Hello, and a very big, warm welcome to everyone listening right now. We are so happy you're here with us on Fluent English Daily.
It's great to be here. Really is.
Today, we are going to do something a little bit different, something really special. Usually we talk about words or grammar, but today we're not just looking at English words. We're looking at a game, a big, important game called the IELTS Listening Test.
That's right. And I love that you call it a game because it is. And like any game, whether it's tag or hide and seek or a video game, you can win. You can win if you know the rules.
And the secret cheat.
And if you know the secret cheats, exactly.
Exactly. So our mission today is really simple. We want to help you get what's called a Band 9. Now, for anyone new to this game, what is that? Getting a Band 9 is it's like getting the high score.
Yeah, the top score.
It's like getting a gold star on your homework. It basically means you are perfect at listening.
And listening, it's a superpower. Think about it. If you go to a new school or you start a new job or maybe you're just visiting a new country, listening is what helps you understand the world.
It helps you make friends.
It helps you know what to do so you don't feel, so lost all the time.
So to help us get that gold star, I have our expert here. And you have looked through a mountain of information, haven't you? You know all the secrets.
I do. I've been looking at advice from the very best teachers, specifically this one guide, the ultimate guide to IELTS listening. And I've broken it all down into pieces that are as easy as building with Lego blocks.
I love Lego. That is exactly what we need. Simple blocks to build a big castle. Okay, let's unpack this. Let's start with the game board. What does this test even look like?
Okay, so imagine a video game. This game has 40 questions. And to get that Band 9, that gold star, you want to get 40 out of 40 right.
A perfect score. That sounds really hard.
It is a challenge, for sure, but it is possible. Now, this game has 4 levels. We call them parts. And just like a video game, the levels, they get harder as you go.
Oh.
Level 1 is the easiest, and level 4 is kind of like the boss level,
Right.
It's the hardest.
And let's walk through the levels then so we know what we're fighting. Level 1.
Yeah.
What happens there?
Level 1 is what we call two people talking. It's a social situation. So, imagine a phone call. Maybe someone is calling to sign up for a swimming class.
Or to rent a car for a holiday or something.
Exactly. Or to rent a car, you hear 2 voices.
2 voices.
Okay.
And what do we have to do?
Your job is to listen for facts, very specific facts. Names, phone numbers, addresses, dates, things like that.
That sounds pretty straightforward. But is it fun?
To be honest, it's a little boring.
I thought so. It sounded a bit boring.
Think about real life. We don't usually sit there with a pencil, writing down numbers while people talk. If your friend tells you their phone number, you just type it in your phone later. But in this game, you have to write it down while they say it.
So you have to be fast. Really fast.
You have to be fast, and you must practice writing down numbers and spelling out names quickly. That's the real challenge of level 1.
Got it. So level 1 is a phone call. What's level 2?
Level 2 is story time. Now, the situation is still social, just everyday life, but the format changes. Now it's just one person talking.
Just one voice.
Just one. It's a monologue. So imagine someone telling you a story about their summer holiday, or a tour guide explaining the history of a park.
Or maybe someone explaining how to fix a bicycle.
Perfect example. How to fix a bicycle.
So why is one voice harder than 2? I would think that's easier.
That's a great question. It's because there's no break. When 2 people talk, they take turns, right? And it gives your brain a tiny little rest.
Eyes.
But when one person talks and talks and talks, if you stop listening for even 1 second, you can get totally lost.
Okay, you have to pay attention the whole time. So how do we practice for the story time level?
Well, you need to get your brain used to just one voice. So listen to things where one person talks for a long time, like a YouTuber talking to the camera, or, a podcast where someone is telling a story.
Okay, that makes sense. Moving on to level 3. This is where it gets tricky, isn't it?
It is. This is a big jump. Level 3 is the group chat. This is usually about something more serious, like school or science. And there are multiple people talking, maybe 3 or 4.
Oh, wow. So lots of voices at once.
Yes. Imagine a group of students trying to plan a science project with their teacher.
That sounds chaotic.
It can be. And the challenge, the hard part, is telling them apart.
Hmm.
You have to know who is who agrees, who disagrees, who is saying yes, and who is saying no.
That is so tricky. It's like listening to my family decide what to eat for dinner. Everyone's talking at once. I want pizza. No, I want burgers.
That is the perfect analogy.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. And
Meh.
in the test, they try to trick you. One person might say, let's do pizza. And you think, okay, great. The answer is pizza.
Yeah.
But then another person says, no, pizza is unhealthy. And then the first person says, okay, you know what? You're right.
So they changed their mind.
And they did. You have to listen to the whole group chat to find out what the real final answer is. So to practice this, find podcasts where people are debating or even arguing about a topic. You need to learn how to separate those voices in your head.
Okay, and finally, level 4, the boss level.
This is the professor. It's one person talking again, but this time it's a lecture. Like a teacher standing at the front of a very big classroom explaining something complicated, like history or biology.
That sounds scary. I mean, I don't know anything about biology.
And you don't need to. Don't worry about that. You just need to know English. And here's the secret to the boss level. The speaker will use signposts.
Signposts, like on a road, stop, turn left.
Exactly like on a road. In a lecture, the professor uses words as signs. Words like firstly, or next, or finally, or a very important one, however.
Ah, I get it. They're telling you where they're going.
They're little flags. They're telling you where the conversation is going. And if you listen for those flags, you won't get lost. You know that when they say finally, the end is coming soon.
I like that. Listen for the flags. Okay, so we know the levels. We have the map of the game.
Yeah.
Now we need to train. We need to get ready for the game itself.
We do. And to do that, we need to talk about your brain. Did you know listening is like a muscle?
A brain muscle.
Yes. Imagine you want to run a marathon. A marathon is a very, very long race. What is it, 25 miles?
I get tired just walking to the fridge to get a snack.
Right. Me too. Now, imagine if you tried to run 25 miles on your very first day of training. What would happen?
I would fall down. I'd probably cry. And then I would give up.
Exactly. You would hurt yourself. The IELTS listening test is 30 minutes long. That's a long time to focus without stopping. If you try to do it all at once on your first day, your brain will get tired. And you'll just give up.
So what do we do? How do we build this muscle?
We start small. Just run for 5 minutes. Listen to English for just 5 minutes without looking at your phone. Close your eyes and just listen.
Okay, that sounds easy enough.
It is easy.
Yeah.
And then the next day, you try 10 minutes, then 15. You build your listening muscle slowly. So when the big game comes, 30 minutes feels easy.
That makes so much sense. Don't try to lift the really heavy weight on day 1.
Correct. And there is one more rule about training. This is a very, very serious rule. It's the one chance rule.
The one chance rule. What's that?
In the test, they play the recording one time. Just once. They never press replay.
Whoa. That is strict. What if I cough? What if I miss it?
If you miss it, it's gone. Forever.
That is scary.
It is. But think about real life. If you're at the airport and they call your flight, they don't say it 5 times just for you, right?
Truly.
If you're at a new job and your boss asks you to do something, they don't repeat it over and over again.
That is so true. You have to listen the first time.
Yes. But here's a trap. We call it the teacher trap.
The teacher trap.
Mm.
But teachers are nice. I like teachers.
Teachers are nice, and that's the problem. Some teachers, they want you to feel good. They want you to get the answer right. So in class, they might play the recording 2 times, maybe even 3 times.
That sounds helpful, though.
It feels helpful, but it actually spoils you. It's like a parent carrying you when you should be learning to walk. Your legs get weak.
Ah, I see. So if you get used to hearing it twice, you'll panic in the real test when you only hear it once.
Exactly. Don't be spoiled. When you practice at home, be tough on yourself, play it once, answer immediately. If you miss it, you miss it. That is how you get strong.
Tough love. I like it. Okay, let's talk about our equipment. To win a game, you need the right tools. What do we need for this?
Well, you have a choice. You can play the game on a computer or on paper.
Which one is better?
For most people, I'd say the computer is much, much better. And there are 3 simple reasons why. First one, Headphones.
Headphones, why are they so special?
On the computer test, you usually get your own headphones. And you should think of them like a space helmet.
A space helmet. I love space.
Yes, when you put them on, you are in your own world. It blocks out all the noise. If the person next to you is coughing or, tapping their pencil, or if their chair squeaks,
You don't hear any of it.
you don't hear it. You're safe in your space helmet.
That is a huge advantage. Silence is golden. Okay, what's the second reason?
Less writing. On the computer, you can just click answers or type them. You don't have to use a pencil as much. It's faster. Your hand doesn't get tired.
And the third reason?
Privacy. Usually the computer rooms are a bit smaller. There are fewer people, so it's less stressful. It feels less like a big, scary exam hall with hundreds of people staring at papers.
Okay, space helmet, less writing, less stress. The computer wins. But
Yeah,
what if I have to use paper? I know some places only have paper tests.
that's true. If you must use paper, here is the golden rule. Always use a pencil.
Why not a pen? I like pens. They look so neat.
Because you will make mistakes, I promise. Everyone does. Maybe you write down London and then you realize, oh no, the answer is Manchester. If you use a pen, you have to scribble it out. It looks messy. You run out of space and then you start to panic.
I hate when my paper looks messy. It makes me so nervous.
Exactly. With a pencil, you just use the eraser. Whoosh, gone. It's like it never even happened. No stress.
That is very good advice. Use a pencil, bring an eraser. Now, I saw something in your notes about capital letters. What's that about?
This is my favorite trick. It's called the battery trick.
Okay, tell me about the battery trick.
Imagine your brain is a battery, like in your phone. Every time you have to make a decision, you lose a little bit of power.
Okay. My battery is draining just thinking about it.
So in English, some words need big letters, capital letters like names, John, or cities, London. Some words need small letters. If you are writing your answers and you're thinking, oh no, is library a big letter or a small letter? No, you are using your battery power.
You're wasting energy on the wrong thing.
You are. You're thinking about grammar instead of just listening to the recording. So here's the trick. Write everything in capiz lock. All big letters.
Are we allowed to do that? Is that okay?
Yes. The test allows it. It's totally fine. And if you write every single answer in big letters, you never have to decide. You never have to wonder, big or small. You save your brain battery for listening.
That is so smart. Just leave the caps lock on in your brain.
Precisely. It makes your life so much simpler.
Okay, so we have our tools. Now we need to know the secret codes, the spelling, and the instructions.
This is where so many people lose points, even if they heard the right answer. You must read the instructions carefully.
Give me an example.
Okay, imagine the instructions say, write one word, just one, and the answer in the recording is airport.
Okay, airport.
But you write the airport.
Uh-oh, that's two words. The and airport.
Correct. And because you wrote two words, you lose. You get 0 for that question.
Even though I heard airport, I got the main word.
Yes. Even though you were right, you broke the rules. You have to do exactly what it says.
That is harsh. Okay, what about words with a little line in the middle, like ex-examiner?
Ah, the hyphen. That little line is like glue. It sticks the words together. So if a word has a hyphen connecting the parts, it counts as one word. Ex-examiner is one word. Part-time is one word.
Good to know. The hyphen is glue. Now what about spelling?
This is the scary part. If you spell the word wrong, the answer is wrong.
Even by one letter.
Even one tiny letter. If you write elephant with an F instead of fee, it's marked as wrong.
So what should we do? I'm not the best speller. My phone usually fixes my spelling for me.
I know, right? We all rely on phones now. But for this game, you have to be honest with yourself. When you practice, if you spell it wrong, mark it wrong. Don't say, oh, it was close enough. Close enough is 0 points.
So how do we get better at it?
You make a spelling mistakes list. Or let's call it an enemy list.
An enemy list? I like that.
Yes. Every time you get a word wrong, write it down on a special piece of paper. That word is now your enemy, and you need to defeat it. Practice writing that word 10 times. Practice it until you can spell it in your sleep.
I love that. Turn your enemies into friends. Okay, let's talk about the mental game. What happens inside our heads?
Ugh.
Because I know that sometimes I panic.
Everyone panics. It's totally normal.
Yeah.
But we have a strategy for this. We call it the murder hole.
Whoa, that sounds really intense. Is that safe for kids?
It is a nickname from soldiers, but we can make it gentle. So imagine a doorway. If you stand in the doorway, you get stuck, people bump into you, you block the way, you can't see what's happening in the next room.
Okay, so don't stand in the doorway. Got it.
Right. In the test, a doorway is a question you don't know the answer to. Imagine you are listening and you miss question 5. You just didn't hear it.
I would panic. I would stop and try to remember it. I'd be thinking, what did he say? What did he say?
And that is standing in the doorway. While you are stopping and worrying about question 5, the recording keeps playing. And now you've just missed questions 6, 7, and 8.
Oh no, I got stuck.
You got stuck. So the rule is, keep moving. If you miss a question, just guess. Just write anything down and move to the next one immediately. Don't freeze.
Just guess and go. Keep moving.
Exactly. Even I make mistakes. I have to tell you a secret.
Ooh, tell us.
Once I was doing a practice test and I looked out the window and I saw a bird. It was a very pretty bird. And I started thinking about what I was going to have for dinner.
You got distracted. You looked at a bird.
I did. And I missed question number 1, the very first one.
The expert missed question 1.
I did, but I didn't cry. I didn't stop the test. I just guessed an answer and I focused on question 2. And I got the rest of them right.
That's a fantastic lesson. Don't let one mistake ruin the whole game.
And speaking of distractions, we need to clean up our lives a little bit. If you want that Band 9 gold star, you need focus.
What do we need to clean up?
Your phone, social media, the news, drama from your friends.
Drama.
Yes! If you're studying and your phone goes bing every 2 seconds with a new TikTok or a friend complaining about their day, your brain battery is just draining.
You can't focus on the game if you're focusing on the drama.
Exactly. Turn it off. Put the phone in another room. Focus on the game.
That is good life advice, not just for the test.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the really tricky stuff, the traps.
Mm-hmm.
How does the test try to fool us?
Oh, they are very sneaky. They want to see if you are really listening or just, guessing. The first trick is the changed mind trick.
How does that work?
Imagine I say to you, I really want to go to London. Actually, no, you know what? Let's go to Manchester.
Okay.
Now, if you stopped listening after I said London, you would write London, and you would be wrong.
Because you changed your mind.
Yeah.
You're actually going to Manchester.
Exactly. You have to wait. You have to listen to the whole sentence. Don't just grab the first word you hear. The first word is often a trick.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
What's the next trap?
The synonym trick. A synonym is a different word that means the same thing.
Like happy and glad.
Perfect. Yes. The test loves this. The question on your paper might say the word station, but the speaker in your headphones says destination.
Ah. So I'm waiting to hear the word station, but they never actually say it.
Correct. You are waiting for a word that never comes. You have to listen for the meaning, not just the sound. You have to match the ideas, not just the words.
Okay. What else have they got?
The plural trick. This is the difference between one thing and many things, like sugar versus sugars.
That is such a tiny difference. Just an "es" sound.
It is tiny, but it counts. If the speaker says, I take 2 sugars, and you just write sugar, it's wrong.
How do we even catch that? It's so fast.
You have to listen for the little snake sound at the end. Sugars. Also, use your grammar brain. I take 2 sugar just sounds wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah, 2 sugar sounds weird. 2 sugar sounds right.
Exactly. Trust your grammar. If it sounds weird, you probably missed the S.
Is there one more trap?
The spelling trick. Sometimes a name is really unusual, like Smith spelled with a Y, or maybe Horton with an H.
So what do we do then? How are we supposed to know how to spell a weird name?
Relax. If the name is weird, the speaker will spell it out for you. They'll actually say, that is Smyth.
Oh, that's nice of them.
But the trap is, don't guess. Don't just assume it's the normal spelling you know. Wait for them to spell it and write down the exact letters they say.
Got it. Listen to the letters. Okay, we're doing great. Now, I want to ask about 2 specific things that really scare people. Maps and Multiple choice. Let's start with maps.
Maps are fun. You just have to use your imagination.
How?
Visualization. That is a big word, but it just means close your eyes and pretend you were there.
Okay, I'm pretending.
Imagine you are walking in the park that you see on the map. You're standing at the gate. You see the trees. You see the bridge.
I see them. I'm there.
So when the speaker says turn left, you imagine yourself turning left. Don't just look at the paper. Be inside the map.
That helps a lot. It's like being in a movie.
Yes. And you also need to know your compass words. North, south, east, west. And words like next to, behind, in front of.
And is there a trick for where to start?
Yes. Listen very carefully to the very beginning of the talk. They will tell you where the tour starts. They'll say, we are starting at the main gate. If you start at the wrong gate, everything else will be wrong.
Oh, that would be a total disaster. Okay, start at the right spot. Now, multiple choice. A, B, or C. These are so tricky because they all sound like they could be the right answer.
They do. They're designed that way. But here's the strategy. First, read ahead.
Read ahead.
Don't look at the question you're doing right now. Look at the next one that's coming up. Prepare your brain for what you need to listen for.
Okay.
Second, highlight keywords. Underline the important words in the question. So if the question is, what did the boy eat for lunch? You should underline eat and lunch.
So we know exactly what we're looking for.
Yes. And third, the but alert.
The but alert. I like the sound of that.
Listen for words like but, however, or although.
Why those words?
Because that usually means the speaker is about to change the answer. They might say, I really wanted to eat the apple, but I eat the banana.
So the answer is banana. The but changed it.
Yes. The but cancels out the first part of the sentence.
That is super helpful. And what if we know one answer is definitely wrong?
Cross it out. That's called elimination. If you know B is wrong, just draw a line through it. Now you have a much better chance of guessing A or C correctly.
I like those odds. Okay, we have the strategies, we have the tools. Now we need to practice. Where do we find the game to play?
This is so important. You have to beware of fakes.
Fake tests.
Yes. Imagine you're training for a race, but you practice on a track that's all downhill. It's too easy. Then on race day, the real track is flat. You'll fail.
Because I trained on the wrong track. It didn't prepare me.
Exactly. And 90% of the tests you find on YouTube or random websites are fake. They're either too easy or too hard or just plain weird. They will mess up your training.
So where do we find the real treasures, the real tests?
You must use the trusted sources, the official ones. That's IDP, British Council, Cambridge, or IELTS.org.
Only those four.
Only those. They are the people who make the real game, so you have to practice with their games.
Okay. And how do we know when we're ready? Is there some magic number of tests we should do?
There is a golden strategy. It's called the 3-test rule.
I see the rule.
Don't just practice blindly. Sit down and do a real official test. No cheating, strict timing, everything like the real exam.
Okay.
One test.
Now, if you get the score you want, let's say you want that Band 9 gold star, if you get it once, that's good, but it might just be luck.
True. Anyone can be lucky once.
If you get it twice in a row, that's very good. But if you get it 3 times in a row, then you are ready.
3 times in a row. That proves it's not luck.
It is like tying your shoelaces. You don't worry about tying your shoes in the morning, do you?
No, I just do it. I don't even think about it. You know you can do it because you've done it thousands of times. If you get your score 3 times in a row at home, you will walk into the test feeling calm. You'll say to yourself, I can do this. I've already done it before.
That is such a good feeling. Confidence.
Confidence comes from proof.
Yeah.
And you have to prove it to yourself first.
Wow. We have covered so much today. We turned a really scary test into a game with levels. We learned about the brain battery, the space helmet headphones, and the murder hole. I mean, the doorway.
We did. It was a big journey. And just remember, you don't have to be a robot. You're allowed to make a mistake. I missed question 1 because of a bird, and I still did okay. The most important thing is just to keep moving.
Keep moving. Don't stand in the doorway.
Yeah.
And practice with the real stuff.
Perfect practice makes perfect. That's the key.
Well, this has been an amazing deep dive. I honestly feel like I could go take the test right now.
You probably could.
For everyone listening, please remember, listening is a superpower. It really does unlock the world.
It really does.
If you want to keep learning with us and getting smarter every day, please click the like button and subscribe to Fluent English Daily.
It helps us bring more of these simple guides to you to help you win the game.
Thank you so much for listening. Good luck with your training.
Goodbye and good luck.
Bye, everyone.